JC, how will you write an opening scene to a new Cinderella movie using inspiration from all these Cinderella movies? So what craft does a writer need to include in an opening scene? An idea of the story's scope. These are clues to set up the boundaries that a writer has defined for their story. These boundaries are for genre, setting, character, and theme. And seeding the story scope in the opening prepares your audience for what they can expect. Visual tone refers to filmmaking techniques such as cinematography, editing, music, and those fun repetitive motifs. A writer can always hint at the visual tone within a screenplay, so make sure you know what you want your story to potentially look and sound like, and write with that in mind. Especially if your visual choices support the following thing needed in an opening scene. Emotional tone refers to the emotional atmosphere. It is the content explored within a scene that adds clarity to the mood of the genre. And it can also create an emotional connection between the audience and the character. Let's watch some opening scenes and I will explain what I mean. Cinderella. Oh, my heart is full. A musical number plays over the opening titles, hinting that more songs will come. The sweetest story ever. Oh, the sweetest story ever told. Is it? Ooh, the illustration is so beautiful. We are given clues as to the locations this story will take place in. A family home within a kingdom.
Anastasia and Rosella.
Oh, what is this? We know who the protagonist is, and we know who the antagonist is.
Cold, cruel, and bitterly jealous of Cinderella's charm and beauty, she was grimly determined to forward the interests of her own two awkward daughters.
Awkward daughters? The narrator also says the phrase,
And she found new hope that someday her dreams of happiness would come true.
oh boo, they will. Not with the man though, but they will. I describe the visual tone in the opening as romantic and rich. Rich is in the colour, not as in wealth, but whatever. Why? The titles are grand, the music's swelling. I don't remember this. Then we are transported through the storybook as each illustration comes to life. Look at those outfits.
A woman of good...
The colours are vivid and bold, and the narrator's voice is warm and inviting.
Here in a stately chateau, there lived a widowed gentleman and his little daughter, Cinderella.
It encourages us to suspend our disbelief and delve into a world of magic and music. And the storytellers treat us with the same amount of care at the end when they shut the book and return us to our humdrum lives. The first motif appears in this frame, and then this frame. I mean, it's Cinderella! You can probably already guess what they are. They reappear more obviously in the very next scene.
Oh, that clock.
Look at how the light spreads across the book in the opening. It's the light in the dark, good versus evil. This motif becomes a part of the animator's repertoire to help tell the story.
Come true.
Have you got a motif like this in your screenplay? When it comes to emotional tone, we are told Cinderella's father has passed away.
It was upon the untimely death of this good man, however, that the stepmother's true nature was revealed.
I believe the writer includes this the way they do because they want to warn the audience that there shall be some more heartache. Yes. The voiceover also uses rather evocative words.
For the family fortunes were squandered upon the vain and selfish stepsisters, while Cinderella was abused, humiliated, forced to become a servant in her own house.
It is a clever way to gain our support for Cinderella in such a short amount of time.
Impossible.
Oh, Whitney Houston!
And a prince to join in marriage.
No, thank you. In this version of Cinderella, an overture plays, hinting that more songs will come. Whoopee! Whoopee!
Whoopee.
Oh, you can dance, can't you? And based on those little hops and skips by the extras, some dancing is coming our way too. The camera leads us around town, so the scope is much larger than that of the animation Cinderella. We will get to see the kingdom and the family home and the community that surrounds them. At the very beginning, Whitney Houston says,
And dreamers never make a dream come true.
this Cinderella is similar to the animation as it has a message centered around dreams.
And why shouldn't I dream?
I describe the visual tone in the opening as whimsical and charismatic. Why? Our first impression is of a fairy godmother speaking directly to us, throwing around her fairy dust.
Impossible.
Then with one long sweeping shot, we are taken on a journey through town. The costumes are colourful and flamboyant with stripes and more stripes. It is preparing us for something unconventional yet magical. And by golly, their motif is so blatantly obvious, but it works so well for this magical musical.
A slipper made of glass. It's just a shoe, a shoe, a shoe, a shoe.
Come along now, girls.
I love her! Regarding emotional tone, our first glimpse of Cinderella is brief and somewhat comical.
Hurry up.
Move it!
Still, it sets up her position within her family and seeds our empathy, my empathy toward her. Significantly helped in the change in music. Listen.
Hurry up.
Move it!
And the sprinkling of comedy tells us this movie will keep things light. The abuse Cinderella undergoes in this movie differs from what happens in the animation.
I was wondering about the ball.
Know your place and be satisfied with what you've got.
Hey, oh, you ribbons. Kitchen man. Oh, you
Girls, girls. That's quite enough.
That's the power of setting the emotional tone right in the opening. It subconsciously tells the audience what emotional journey they are on. I haven't watched this in so long. Don't remember who this is. Well, I can tell after the 3-minute opening that this is not the traditional telling of Cinderella. It shies away from the usual fantasy elements and steps into a period drama. It does this by showing us a time in history with figures we recognize.
Brothers Grimm, Your Majesty.
Oh my god, the Brothers Grimm!
Hey, gentlemen.
Do they come into the story elsewhere? And because we meet the Grimm brothers in the opening, the writer can easily include other figures of the time without question.
Leonardo da Vinci?
Michelangelo was trapped under a ceiling in Rome. I'm just a second choice.
We do not meet any of the main characters in this scene, only the protagonist's portrait is shown, not narrowing its cast just yet. A deliberate craft choice, I believe, to break any expectation an audience might have to the traditional telling of Cinderella. I describe the visual tone in the opening as spirited and just a tad gritty. Why? Our first impression is two men arriving at a grand home for an older woman. Oh, it's very moody. There are many browns, golds, pale blues that are almost silver, wood and flames, almost like we are looking at a Renaissance picture from the time. How cool is that?
She laughs at me, sir, as if she knows something I do not.
Like the animation, Ever After bookends their movie similarly, taking us in and then out of the story.
Forgive me, Your Majesty. Might I inquire about the painting?
She's really quite extraordinary.
Yes, true Barrymore is. A seemingly simple exchange makes the first connection to our character. Who is she? Why is she extraordinary?
Was a glass slipper.
That's my reaction exactly, like, ooh. All good openings should leave you with a question that makes you want to know more. What I truly admire about this opening is how the woman scolds them. Two accomplished writers.
I was terribly disturbed when I read your version of the little Cinder girl.
It immediately knocks any notion of magic or glamour from the audience's mind.
What is that phrase you use? Oh, yes.
Once upon a time. We are here to learn the true story of the girl with the glass slipper. Perhaps with some unconventional comedy. And as the movie presents itself from our world, it permits itself to explore the issues of the time, such as politics and class structure.
Well, you gave one man back his life, but did you even glance at the others?
Oh, I've got goosebumps. That was an awesome opening. Was that actually real, or was that just the baby imagining that? Don't know if that's clear. In this version of Cinderella, the opening sequence is 8 minutes. It is so because we need time to care about Ella's family before we see it get torn apart, and we need to see it torn apart because this is a drama. Oh, they're gonna crush my heart, aren't they? Because I am starting to care for her. The dad is seems like a good dad. The mum's an amazing mum. Oh God. Okay, here we go. And my guess is there'll be many more deaths to come, so the storytellers are preparing us for that. Yay. The opening action takes place at the family home,
where her people had lived for generations,
with a glimpse of the kingdom in the very first shot. So this is where the rest of the story should take place.
Oh, Duska, you're a house mouse, not a garden mouse.
Not a garden mouse. We are introduced to the protagonist, some of her animal friends, her parents, and the concept of fairy godmothers.
Who looks after us?
Fairy godmothers, of course.
Then I believe in everything too.
I believe in everything too. The message of this movie is repeated 3 times within the opening.
I want to tell you a secret. A great secret that will see you through all the trials that life can offer.
I'm an Avenger.
Have courage and be kind. Have courage and be kind, my darling. Will you promise me?
I promise.
have courage and be kind.
I do not recommend this as a writer. Your audience is smart. Treat them as such.
Simply have courage and be kind.
Have courage and be kind to see it.
Have courage and be kind.
Be kind.
And have courage.
I describe the visual tone in the opening as elaborate and sentimental. Why? The sun is shining, a true golden childhood for Ella. There are some beautiful transitions to show the passing of time. Ooh, that was a fancy transition. Oh, another sweet transition. And another sweet transition. The locations are stunning. Wow, look at that house. I mean, look at that chandelier. Just look at it. It's amazing. I want one. Somewhere in my house.
But sorrow can come to any kingdom, no matter how happy.
Something's about to happen.
And so it came to Ella's home.
Even when things become more serious, the sun, nevertheless, is trying to find its way in. I'm gonna cry, aren't I? Yes, this Cinderella also makes a motif of the glass slipper. Oh, the shoes. But another motif I want to draw your attention to is the song.
When I am king, dilly dilly, you shall be queen. Dilly and the lambs play. We shall be safe, dilly.
Do you hear that, Your Grace?
Do you have a sound motif in your story? Do you? When it comes to the emotional tone, well, we only meet a tangible antagonist right after the opening sequence. And by golly, does she look fabulous. As I said before, we need to care about Ella to invest in this drama. And introducing the stepmother earlier could cloud this flavour of connection. And, well, the emotional connection was clear to me. Sorry. That nearly broke me. I don't remember crying when I saw it in the cinema. For the opening of my version of Cinderella, I'm going to take inspiration from Ever After's real-world setting, transitions showing the passing of time from the live action, the animation's theme of believing in your dreams. Oh wait, doesn't this version of Cinderella already exist?
It wasn't that long ago, and it wasn't really a faraway kingdom. But I guess my dad thought I needed one more thing. Fiona.
They're about fulfilling your dreams and about standing up for what you believe in.
Okay, so what about instead the animation's musical number hinting there will be more songs to come, the comical introduction of Roger and Hammerstein's protagonist. Damn it! This version of Cinderella already exists.
This village of hard-working citizens moved to the same beat, day after day. Ella, or as her stepsisters call her, Cinderella, and her stepsisters were not that clever.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds.
Did it again. I'm taking off these shoes. If you like this video, please subscribe and recommend it to friends who want to learn about screenwriting in a fun and unconventional way. Until the next smash, bye! Nailed it.
Salagadoola, menchikaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Falling in love with love is falling for make-believe.